Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Hymn Sing. So glad to see you all here today. For those of you who may be joining us for the very first time, my name is Erin. I am part of the music ministry here at Robertson Wesley United Church, and we are here to sing hymns together for about an hour over the lunch break. And what can I tell you? Because we're part of the United Church of Canada, we're going to be using our worship resources from the United Church of Canada. So one of them, of course, is Voices United, and that's our main hymn and worship book. And then we also have More Voices. There goes my pencil. More Voices, and that's our supplementary hymn and worship book. So if you happen to have those around, I invite you to go get them and you'll be able to sing along. If you don't happen to have those, that is okay. In this, where is it? Translucent blue, right here? Yeah, translucent blue square. I will put the words up for you for all the songs that we will be singing, and we'll be ready to go. Today is a very special hymn sing because we have a special guest. So, nope, not this one. There we go. Hi, Carol Ann, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. So, can you tell us a little bit about what brought you here today?
Well, I've been part of a group with Robertson Wesley for several years now called Women's Weekend. And what we do is a group of us gather at a retreat center called Strawberry Creek in September. But of course, that did not happen this year. And we've been missing getting together, so we started having Zoom calls starting in January and having our talking time. Okay. But another part of our weekends was singing.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I wonder if we could do a singing time on hymn singing. And you were very receptive, so here we are.
Absolutely. And so all the hymns that we're going to be singing today are picks, I suppose, from the folks who participated in Women's Weekend, and hymns that kind of have a special significance for them. So I'm really excited, and I'm excited to hear the stories and reasons that folks picked the hymns that they did. So first up, we have the hymn Gather Us In, and that's what we're going to start with. That one comes from More Voices number 7. And Carol Ann, if you just want to maybe shed a little light on why this one was a pick.
Okay, now I have to find it.
Okay, no, fair enough. I changed the order on you.
Gather Us In is one because it was used in our last weekend as a callback song, and that meant people scatter during a weekend, as you can imagine. It's hard to get everybody back if there's program or meals and so on. And this was the song, if we start singing this, then everybody would come together in the meeting area. And it was a nice way to join together and sing Gather Us In.
All right, that's fantastic. I'm just going to pull up the words here, and then we will sing. Okay. There we are. So here is Gather Us In, and this is found at More Voices number 7. Ground us in you. gather us in. All right. So then we have We Are One. That's the one we're going to go to next. And Caroline, I think that was another one of your picks as well.
You are correct. That was another one of my picks. I said, We Are One is a hymn that captures the essence of the weekend that we had in 2019. It was to build friendships and a faith community. And we had a theme that we called GIFTS. Mm-hmm. It was an acronym for Grounded in Faith, Traditions, and Stories, which leads us into what we're doing today.
I think it does. And I'm seeing on some comments, and I realized that I did this. I had you muted from my end from the very beginning. So I wondered, would you just tell us a little bit about Women's Weekend one more time so they actually hear you? I apologize for doing that.
You mean I was just a talking head?
Yeah, well, I heard you, but I didn't have it going to the stream, so I apologize.
Going right back to the beginning, Women's Weekend is a group of Robertson Wesley women who gather at a retreat center, and most recently it's been Strawberry Creek. Mm-hmm. And that was our September activity for many years. And then COVID ended that. Mm-hmm. And we started meeting on Zoom and having discussions. But we also, at our weekends, did a lot of singing. So that's how I approached you, Erin, about doing a hymn sing. And hopefully the women are able to be here today or come, join in at another time, because it is recorded, right?
It is recorded. It will be up on RW's Facebook page for a while, and the YouTube page, it'll all be there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for that, and I apologize again. So our next hymn that was a choice was We Are One, and we find that at Voices United number 402. And again, I think this was another pick from you, Caroline, so if you want to tell us about this one for you.
We Are One, it was one that we used at the weekend in 2019, and I think the hymn itself is about building friendships and faith community, and that was what our theme of the weekend was. We used the word acronym GIFTS to describe that, grounded in faith, traditions, and stories.
Lovely.
So here we are today.
Absolutely. So thank you. We have We Are One, and that's at number 402 in Voices United. So put the words up here, and here we go. I have a special guest too. You want to sing a duet with me? Okay, first one. 1, 2. We are one as we come joyful to be here in the praise on our lips. There's a sense that God is near. We are one as we sing, as we seek, we are found, and we come needful of God's grace as we meet together in this place. share, as we share brokenness and fear in the touch of a hand. There's a sense that God is here. We are one as we care, as we heal, we are healed, and we share warmth in God's embrace as we meet together in this place. We are one as we feast, as we feast, peace becomes the sign in the bread and the wine. There's a sense of love divine. We are one as we come, as we feed, we are fed, and we feel God's refreshing grace as we meet at table in this place. We are one as we hear, heart and hand unite in the word we receive. There's a sense that God is light. We are one as we leave, as we love, we are loved, and we seek justice in God's ways as we move together from this place. All right. Okay, and then next off we had a request from, or not a request, a suggestion, I suppose, from Sylvia. This was one of her picks, and she wanted to do We Are Pilgrims on a Journey.
Yes, Sylvia had difficulty wheeling down and just picking a few songs. She could pick many, right?
Yeah.
This one was reminiscent of a weekend theme when the theme was pilgrimage.
Okay.
And folks had a wonderful opportunity to walk on a parachute labyrinth in the middle of a clearing in the woodlands.
That's amazing.
We were doing the walk and listening to the sounds of nature all around. And for Sylvia, that was a very meaningful experience.
Yeah. That is wonderful. So we have We Are Pilgrims on a Journey. And that one we find at Voices United number 595. And there we go. 595. Oh, I also wanted to. Sorry, I just remembered I had something about this one. When I've done this before on a hymn sing, the lyrics have "Sister, let me be your servant," and "Brother, let me be your servant." So I imagine that at Women's Weekend you might have used "sister" both times. So if you'd like to sing it that way, that would be wonderful. But in the lyrics that I have, to make it more inclusive of all genders, I've had "Will you let me be your servant" for both times. So that's the lyrics that I'm going to show, but I invite you to sing it however is most meaningful for you, singing about Women's Weekend. All right, so here we go. We are pilgrims on a journey, fellow travelers on the road. fight for you in the night time of your fear. I will hold my hand out to you, speak the peace you long to hear. I will weep when you are weeping, when you laugh, I'll laugh with you. I will share your joy and sorrow till we've seen this journey through. When we sing of God in heaven, we shall find such harmony, born of all we've known together, of Christ's love and agony. Will you let me be your servant? Let me be as Christ to you. Pray that I may have the grace to let you be my servant too. Oh, that's just, I love that one so much. It's so beautiful. It was a great pick from Sylvia.
I will just make a comment on the sister part.
Yeah.
One of the traditions of Women's Weekend is having one or two special sisters during the week and build just a little deeper friendship with that person.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Okay, the next one I had on the list was God Says. And Caroline, I think this was a pick of yours from More Voices.
Oh, it was, yes. Okay, this is another one from the weekend in 2019, and it was picked for a closing and send-off, and it describes the gratefulness that we feel for the many gifts received during the weekend. Also expresses a promise to be a contributor of gifts to others in the world and to our church, Robertson Wesley.
Lovely. Okay. Oh, and so I'm looking at this one. This is at 172 in More Voices. And there's a tune, we've done this to the tune that's written, but you'd done it to the tune Oh Waly Waly, the do 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 do. So that's the one that we'll do. That's the one that we'll do here.
Okay.
Okay. So this you find at number 172 in More Voices. Here we go. God says, be still, so you may hear the words I whisper in your ear. If you will listen, you will know I'm with you always where you go. God says, look up and see the prize I've placed here right before your eyes. Find beauty in the things of earth, a cause for wonder and rebirth. God says, come here, I need your voice. Please teach my people to rejoice in who you are, in what you do. Your life will show my love for you. God says, reach out, the world's in need and wants a word, a song, a deed. I send you speak, to sing, to act for Christ in everything. There we are. That's beautiful. I know we've done that with the, like I said, with the tune that's printed, but there's just something really, really lovely about the old traditional one too. Yeah.
Turned out at the weekend, we did the Wally Wally, and then we did the one that's printed as well. With yeah, so
yeah, you know, it's fun. It's fun to switch it around sometimes. Why not? Okay, and then the next one I had on here was a pic from Jill. In the bulb there is a flower.
yes, and what Jill says about this piece is that out of the many Women's Weekend hymns that are my favorite, I chose this one because we were still gathering at Rundle's Mission. Belva Piercy was my sister. What an amazing woman of faith. She was patient, wise, caring, as she shared with me and guided me to better understand our faith. And I know this hymn was special to Belva, and I was so blessed to have Belva for my sister. And then Jill goes on to say that this was also the first chance she had to really get to know Hazel Dolphin. And Hazel was one of the women on the planning committee that year. And for those who've been on the planning committee, you know that our planning time is itself a blessing. On the committee, we grow together as we hear the creativity, the wisdom, the ideas, the resourcefulness, the faith journey, and so much more about each other. In the bulb, there is a flower.
All right, so we find this at number 703 in Voices United. So beautiful. I just really love that one. All right. So the next one I had on this list was Walk With Me. And I think that was another one of yours, Caroline.
That was another one, yes. I picked Walk With Me because at Strawberry Creek Lodge, there's lots of trails through the trees and along the river. And for several of the weekends, I've planned informal and guided walks throughout the property to make sure we get out there in nature. I love doing it. And I'll just name some of the stopping places where people would stop and meditate or have a scripture reading. The Inukshuk, the bridge, the bird feeders, the swing, the beaver dam, all special places.
Sounds beautiful. I've never been to Strawberry Creek, but I'm like starting to get an image painted in my mind. It's lovely. So we find Walk With Me at number 649 in Voices United. I was just imagining like walking through nature with that, and that changed that whole song for me. So I really, really appreciate hearing these stories and images. So thank you. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. So we go now to another pick from Sylvia, and this one's Give to Us Laughter.
Yes. Give to Us Laughter represents how our weekends are full of laughter and joy. Sometimes there's also a few tears, but the song says that laughter with tears brings most healing relief. So that's also a good thing to remember.
Absolutely. I love the words in this one. So we find it at number, what did I say, 624 in Voices United. So this one is Give to Us Laughter. Here we go.
Give to us laughter as sign of deep joy. Let us find laughing, find Christian employ, joining with stars and with bright northern lights, laughing and praising and sharing delights. Why do we worry that we will lose face? Why act like king for the whole human race? Often in family and often with friend, laughing at pride causes anguish to end. Even in sorrow and hours of grief, laughter with tears brings most healing relief. God give us laughter and God give us peace, joys of your presence among us increase.
Oh, I just love that so much.
Yes.
Oh, and yeah, the words are so good. I know we've done this a little bit on Hymn Sing, once or twice maybe, but yeah, it's always a good one. Just reminds me not to take myself so seriously. It's good. Yeah. So I then had Dear Weaver of Our Lives Design. This is another one with imagery that I just love.
Okay. This is another one that Sylvia chose, and it's based on one of the weekends when our theme was weaving. And we tried our hand at weaving with paper and yarn and knitting wool.
Mm-hmm.
And we explored our faith. It all wove together. Actually, the main weaver who was helping us in this one was Lynn Mackey.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't know she was a weaver.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Very talented.
Yeah. All right. And this one's actually right next door to Give to Us Laughter. It's on the facing page 623, Dear Weaver of Our Lives Design. And we actually sang this, I think, at our all-annual church meeting. I think that's when we did it. Yeah.
Well, I'll trust you.
Okay. Actually, yes, I have it written down. We did that. So here we go. This is number 623, Dear Weaver of Our Lives Design. Dear weaver of our lives design, whose patterns all obey, with skillful fingers gently guide the sturdy threads that will survive the tangle of our days, the tangle of our days. Take up the fabric of our lives with hands that gently hold. Bind in the ragged edge that care would sunder and that pain would tear, and mend our raveling souls, and mend our raveling souls. Let eyes that in the plainest cloth a hidden beauty see, discern in us our richest hues, show us the patterns we may use to set our spirits free, to set our spirits free. Such beautiful imagery. I just love that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I ended up putting all of Sylvia's picks right in a row pretty much. So I have another one from her. When in our music God is glorified.
Okay. Sylvia says that firstly, because music is always so much a part of our gatherings, that's why I'm picking this. And secondly, because we had a special theme of music one weekend where we had a guest from the St. Albert United Church share with us her compositions featuring each of the church seasons. And that person was Nancy Chagas, who at that time was with St. Albert and is now at Hillhurst United Church in Calgary. But she did this composition as part of her master's or doctorate work at the university.
Wonderful. Yeah, she's written some fantastic music for the church.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So this one we find at number 533 in Voices United, 533, and that's When in Our Music.
When in our music God is glorified, and adoration leaves no room for pride, it is as though the whole creation cried, Alleluia. How often making music we have found a new direction in the world of sound, as worship moved us to a more profound Alleluia. So has the church in liturgy and song, in faith and love through centuries of wrong, borne witness to the truth in every tongue. Alleluia. And did not Jesus sing a psalm that night, when utmost evil strove against the light? Then let us sing for whom he won the fight. Alleluia. Let every instrument be tuned for praise. Let all rejoice who have a voice to raise. And may God give us faith to sing always. Alleluia.
Yeah, that's so good. It's so good. So
You know,
triumphant.
why we like the hymn sing that you've been creating. It's so wonderful to do this.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I put the more upbeat songs towards the end so that we kind of go out with a happy moment. And so the first one of these is Draw the Circle Wide, which I think was also one of Sylvia's picks.
It was. Part of this Draw the Circle Wide is a great song in its own, but it also speaks to the fact that at the weekend we gather in a circle. There's a variety of chairs, love seats, rockers, etc. And they're arranged in a horseshoe with the great grand stone fireplace at the base of the horseshoe.
Oh, that's so good.
It's an image that certainly is in my mind as we sing it.
I love that. And I love this song for lots of reasons. And, yeah. Yep. That is a beautiful image. So we find this at More Voices 145. And this is Draw the Circle Wide.
Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song, no one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. God, the still point of the circle, around whom all creation turns, nothing lost but held forever in God's gracious arms. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song, no one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Let our hearts touch far horizons, so encompass great and small. Let our loving know no borders, faithful to God's call. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song, no one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Let the dreams we dream be larger than we've ever dreamed before. Let the dream of Christ be in us, open every door. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song, no one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
Okay. So I have two more on my list. I wasn't able to include all of them. Some of them weren't in the hymn book, and I didn't know them, so I wasn't able to include everybody's picks. So I apologize for that. But I do have two more on this list. And I just want to say to everybody who's watching, thank you for joining us, and thank you for being here so far. If you are watching on Facebook, you will see that there's a pinned comment in that chat where there's a form for hymn sing requests. And so we don't have, what is it? There won't be another hymn sing for a while because our next Friday would be Good Friday. And then after that, I'm going to take a little bit of time off after Easter, just because it's been a while since I've been able to do that. And so I'm not going to be around for a few weeks. And so our next hymn sing isn't going to be till, I think, the end of April. So it'll be a while, but in the meantime, if you can think about different hymns that you'd like to do when we come back, absolutely use that form and put some requests up there, because that really, really helps me in planning. And I know that last time I said this, there's already some requests in there. I got some from Emily and some other folks, so please throw those in there. That's very helpful and good. Yeah. And if you are missing Hymn Sing while we're gone, know that every other time Hymn Sing has happened, it's been recorded and it lives on the Robertson Wesley YouTube page. And if you are able to search Robertson Wesley on YouTube, you should be able to find it. If you have some trouble, feel free to email me at music@rwuc.org or email the office and we'll be able to help you find that. So they're all there. You will still be able to sing. Absolutely. Okay, so let's take a look at one of our other songs. So this is a pick from Joyce, and this is Dance with the Spirit. And we find this at More Voices 156. So tell me about Dance with the Spirit.
Well, I'll tell you about Dance with the Spirit, and I hope that Joyce is able to get her noontime chance to be with us.
Yeah.
That's her break from work. What Joyce says is she went to Women's Weekend just once, but when you were asked to name hymns from that time, my mind went to Marjorie Wright playing Dance with the Spirit when we were being invited to gather. I find it to be such a joyful hymn that seems to honor our daily lives no matter what we're doing and finding the Spirit in it.
That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, just pulling up the words here. And this is at More Voices number 145. This is Dance with the Spirit. If you're following along in your hymn book, you will see that on the second line where it says Walk with the Spirit, and there's an asterisk beside walk, and the alternatives are move or sing. And so I put those in 3 different verses on the screen so you can see that, but if you're following along, that's what we'll do. And if you also feel like singing different words as the Spirit moves you, absolutely please do. So here is...
We're in 156.
It's what now?
156.
156. What did I say?
I won't say it.
Okay.
It'll be...
Whatever it was, it's 156. 156 in More Voices. That's correct. 156 in More Voices. All right. So here we are.
Dance with the Spirit early in the morning. Walk with the Spirit throughout the long day. Work and hope for the new life upborn, and listen to the Spirit to show you the way. Dance with the Spirit early in the morning. Move with the Spirit throughout the long day. Work and hope for the new life upborn, and listen to the Spirit to show you the way. Dance with the Spirit early in the morning. Sing with the Spirit throughout the long day. Work and hope for the new life upborn, and listen to the Spirit to show you the way.
It's so short. Let's do all the verses again.
Dance with the Spirit early in the morning. Walk with the Spirit throughout the long day. Work and hope for the new life upborn, and listen to the Spirit to show you the way. Dance with the Spirit early in the morning. Move with the Spirit throughout the long day. Work and hope for the new life upborn, and listen to the Spirit to show you the way. Dance with the Spirit early in the morning. Sing with the Spirit throughout the long day. Work and hope for the new life upborn, and listen to the Spirit to show you the way.
Yeah. All right. That's so joyful. That's so good. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. So the song that I wanted to close with was a request from Sarah, or a suggestion from Sarah, and it's a song of praise to the Maker.
And this will be a very upbeat song too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Sarah says she loves the idea of all creation just humming along together like the bees. We have so much work to do to reach the place where the planet will function like that again. And just for our information, it uses the word maker for God, the creator, giver for Christ who gave all God's love to the people, and lover, the Holy Spirit, who is the spirit that animates all our efforts and interactions.
I love that. I love thinking about different ways to refer to the Trinity. That's beautiful. Yeah, so here is our last song. It's a song of praise to the Maker. We will find this at More Voices number 30. It's a song of praise. Here we go. Whoops.
It's a song of praise to the Maker. The thrush sings high in the tree. It's a song of praise to the Maker. The gray whale sings in the sea. And by the Spirit, you and I can join our voice to the holy cry and sing, sing, sing to the Maker too. It's a call of life to the giver when waves and waterfalls roar. It's a call of life to the giver when high tides break on the shore. And by the Spirit, you and I can join our voice to the holy cry and sing, sing, sing to the Maker too. Words. It's a hymn of love to the lover. The bumblebees hum along. It's a hymn of love to the lover. The summer breeze joins the song. And by the Spirit, you and I can join our voice to the holy cry and sing, sing, sing to the Maker too. It's a chorus of all creation. It's sung by all living things. It's the chorus of all creation, a song the universe sings. And by the Spirit, you and I can join our voice to the holy cry and sing, sing, sing to the Maker too.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps. So thank you so much, Carol Ann, for being here and suggesting this and coordinating this with all the people from Women's Weekend. I appreciate that so much.
Well, it's been a wonderful hour, I can tell you. It's been full of memories and great singing. Yes.
Wonderful. So I'm so happy we were able to do this, and thank you all for joining wherever you were, at home, at work. And it's going to be a while until the next hymn sing, but there are many hymn sings past. to visit again, and please send your requests in for the next time we're able to gather. So again, thank you so much, Carol Ann. Thank you everybody at home, and take care, and we'll see you again. Bye.